Hi, we are Group 4. Today we're going to be going over the Rainbird Cirrus scheduling software for irrigation systems. First, we'll go into program detail to set up some holes. So as you see, we have some already set up, but we're going to go over and set up some greens. So showing you, I guess, the longer process, but first you're going to add a program. So here you're going to see we added a new program. We're going to call that front 9 greens. So from there, once you've labeled it, you're going to set the time for the irrigation system. So we're going to have it for 10 p.m. To go off. And then after that, you're going to go into the schedules for that program. So you're going to select the program first and then enter the schedule. So you'll see it's blank for this one. So the front 9 greens, there's going to be obviously 9 greens. So we're going to hit the plus 9 times to get our 9 greens. So hole 1 is going to be first green, 1 green. So you're going to select 1 green, and you're going to go into the area station sequence. So here is where we're going to set up how many stations are on a green. So you're going to hit 1 for the area. So the area is number 1, G for green. Then we'll go over here, and we're going to add 5 stations because there are 5 stations on this green. So station would be 1G1, 1G2, 1G3, 1G5. So yeah, from there you can go back into here, and you can repeat these steps for all 9 greens. The second step, that's a little quicker than the step I just showed. If we go to green, you go over here and you add a plus. Area is going to be 2G. And then if you just hit this rebuild station sequence after you selected 2G, it's going to ask you to overwrite existing data. There's no existing data, so we'll hit yes, and it's going to show the 5 stations right there. And now I'm going to pass it over to Paul, who's going to do the back 9 greens, and it's going to be a quicker process.
Okay, yeah, so the faster way to build the program is through the quicker method. So you can hit the Q tab at the top there, and then we will call it back 9 greens. And then you can go to the start time of 10 p.m. And then there you can select all the back 9 greens. And through here as well, selecting all the areas. And press OK. And as you can see when you move through the tabs, all that information has been automatically put in. I'll now pass you off for the next step to follow.
So for part 2 of this project, we're looking at creating a program so that the irrigation will start tonight and then continue every other night. So it's going to skip a day. So in order to do that, you want to go, for this example, to your all T's and go over to the weekday bar, and up at the top where it says skip days, you want to select that, and it's going to bring up this menu. So in the first column, you want to put 1 in there for the number of days that you want to water for, and the second category is how many days you want to skip between watering. So you want to put 1 in there as well. And then click OK, and that will have all of your T's set up to water every second day. So you can continue that process for all of your areas if that is the case, and that will ensure that your irrigation system is running, skipping a day. So it'll be running every other day. And I'm going to pass it off to Zach now to explain a little bit more about setting up a schedule.
All right, once we go through and just do this, we could also, after we're done every skipping a day here, we'll also just try and, depending, maybe you just want to run your front 9 on a certain amount of days and your back 9 on a different days, just because their needs are different, and just the way that your irrigation's set up might just work easier for yourself. So what we're going to do there is for all front 9, we can click that, and we'll click so that it'll only run Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that'll just create a permanent schedule that they'll follow. And then for your back 9, we're going to go Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And again, they're all going to be at night, 10 p.m. starts. And then from there, depending on what program you pick for the needs at the time and stage in the season, you have those available. So your front 9's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Your back 9's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And now I'll pass you off to Dill for part 4.
All right, so for part 4 for this project, can you actually go back to program details there? So for the front 9 greens, we've been given a problem here that we want to apply 20 minutes of water to our greens, and only our front 9 can only take 5 minutes at a time. We want to water every night, so we're just going to quickly change the 1 for 1 there to, and we're going to click every day. So weekdays, and then okay. And then we'll do the same thing for the back 9. And we're watering at night, so 10 p.m. is a good start time. And then from here also, since we want to water for 20 minutes, we're going to change our water budget to 200 because our default times are set to 10 minutes. We'll change that to 200. All right. So from there, we need to now change our front 9 greens to water in 5-minute intervals. So we are going to go over up to system settings. And then we're going to go to default data settings. And then we, through our data, we know that our front 9 greens are actually on station B. So we're going to click B here. And then our data is actually popping up, but our default time there is set to 10 minutes. And then we change our cycle time. So we're maxing out our heads at 5 minutes and then giving our greens a soak time of 90 minutes, which is allowing that irrigation of 5 minutes to settle in before that next cycle starts. So although we are running 20 minutes, we'll still have 4 cycles on the front 9 greens to achieve the 20 minutes of watering needed. And then from there, we'll just import the data and then go greens, sub area B, and soak time and cycle time. And we'll hit OK. And then we can close that. And now when we do we can do all our data there is now inputted on all of our front 9 greens there. Another way to check this too, you can do a dry run test and then select your day, times, and play. And here it's showing you what greens are running at what time, when your outputs are. And you'll also be able to see once this is finished that we have had 4 cycles for our front 9 greens, with the first cycle being all 18 greens for 20 minutes. So now you can see all 4 spikes. And that concludes our video on setting programs.